we'll get one more in this set, trying to play another line that I don't play too often. Try to give some ideas for you guys and whatnot. And okay, we'll go with another e4, e5 game, and we'll go with the typical stuff. All right, this, we'll go knight f6. I don't like these. Yeah, okay, so I have to do that. And I legitimately don't know the theory. I was like worried about that move because I can't remember, to be completely honest. I want to say h6 is okay, but I haven't looked at this in so long, it's ridiculous. And is okay. Yeah, my opponent just got too excited, I think, and blundered. Okay, we'll hit here and here. I don't really want this guy, just being honest. All right, we'll take that one and then make sure his king isn't going anywhere. And I'll definitely learn something about theory in this game because I have no idea what I was supposed to do. I just know like one move and then that's that's it. Knight c2, knight g2, big threats here. And if knight d5, I need to go bishop b6 to cover the c7 square, so there's no problems. All right, let's go ahead and tuck the nugget away. You can't castle. That looks annoying. It's getting more annoying for you. Bishop c6 is coming. Discoveries everywhere. The power of the bishop pair, man. You don't mess with them in an open position. This is looking dirty. Rook g3 or rook h2 is met by bishop check. Knight e2 takes, king there. Yeah, this is getting over pretty quick. Probably he's going to sack. Prolongs the game a little bit, but the extra piece is more than enough here. Yeah, and the main reason I don't play e5 is because of the gambits. You basically have to know all of this theory in order not to lose right out of the opening. But if you know the lines, black's just better, and like the majority of them, as correspondence chess shows, and it's just like white playing for tricks and stuff. Yeah, I didn't consider that. Okay, this ending is harder than it should have been. I should have taken a little bit more time and tried to play better. All right, so we're going to fish here. I want my rook on d2 to be able to attack all the pawns. So I was trying to get the king away one square so I could come and do this. Now, we got to worry about passed pawns. That helps quite a lot because now we don't have to worry about it becoming passed. And let's go ahead and start getting the king to where he needs to be. Yeah, that's not good at all. a5, knight c4, rook takes, knight takes a5, covers the b pawn. Yeah, I'm not liking the position at all. But time will become a factor here. I want you to use more time So you will make bad decisions. No draws. And let's do a little dance. I want my king to do that, but I'm trying to provoke you to help me in doing that. Thank you. Knight f5, rook d7. Pins make wins. And I want to try to preserve the pair if possible. All right. So let's learn something about this opening together. All right, so I know that Scotch Gambit and a lot of these things are dangerous, and I've never played e5 in my entire tournament career. I always, from a philosophical standpoint, was like, God, this is a lot of crap to learn, and if you ever slip up and forget anything, you just lose immediately. It's like, well, you can make the same argument for Sicilians, except I actually spent the time and invested and studied Sicilian, so I don't typically lose out of the opening there. And it's not nearly as nasty as, like, in Sicilians, you don't have this type of crap where it's like, I take on f7, you're lost. Like, we're all move 4. Come on. This type of opening line to me is just a graduation from the 4-move checkmate. I have realized that bringing the queen out early does not work. So let's do the exact same thing in a different way and try to pretend it's going to work out. Okay, it's not that this is bad, it's just... it's an opening, I guess. Okay, I knew knight a5. And then bishop d3 I've recommended to students. I know bishop e2 is the main line. I have no idea what to do against queen f3, just being completely honest. Okay. I played h6, and all right, I'm not losing on the spot with that, so me on my own, I'm okay with it. Rook b8 makes a large amount of sense, as now knight d7. I guess you just, with this rook left, the rook can swing over and you get enough for the pawn. You got the b pair. Okay. I'm a believer. This makes far more sense. Starting to, yeah, another rook lift. You gotta watch out for those moves. Beautiful, getting activity. All right, so let's look at some of these other lines real quick. Bishop d3, I knew. Knight d5, looking for the f4 square in a lot of lines. And there's that knight f4. So I'd seen this, and I knew that that was roughly equal. Bishop e2. And if you're looking for somebody who plays these positions at a high level, I remember Grandmaster Julio Becerra. He's like a razor blade in these positions. Back in the day, he used to just kill people. Just equal game, just bang, bang, bang. Just made a living out of doing this. So look at his games. But from just a standpoint of I love pawn structures and the sanctity of pawn structures. I look at this, I understand the dynamic compensation, but you got a knight on a5 and like crappy queenside pawn structure. It's just not my cup of tea, folks. But I'm trying to play different things to give the audience some ideas, because just because I don't like an opening doesn't mean that it's bad. Let me 100% say that, because I've had students in the past be like, well, why don't you like this opening? I remember one of my teachers, Grandmaster Serper, he was like, I will never play that position again. And then you ask him why, and you have to understand that he played it for like 30 years and just got sick of looking at it. You can get sick of anything. If you eat your favorite meal every day, you will eventually completely hate your favorite meal. So, all right, coming back to the main game, let's finish this up. Takes, and yeah, a piece is a piece. And when we're up material, what do? Hopefully you said trade down. Queen e7. Knight e4, it likes more than knight g4, but we're talking about a couple tenths of a pawn. Don't begrudge me too much. Knight takes h2. See, I don't like the pin, but what is he going to do? He's got to get off of this somehow, and not there. There. And I guess you can protect your knight that way. I didn't calculate that deeply. Typically in blitz, I'm not going to put my knight in a pin when I've got other options here that are pretty good, which I'm pretty satisfied with how this turned out. That gave more counterplay than needed. Definitely what gave more counterplay than needed. What's coming up, though, I just oversimplified. And here, this was just bonehead on my part. Bishop f3. Yeah, just rotate c3. This is completely winning. I don't know why I missed that. I guess the move just shook me, where I was like, well, what just happened? As b to somewhere, probably e4 to hit the base pawn. And this is winning, but yeah, like I said, I made it so much harder for myself. I don't know. Actually, the more I think about it, this probably isn't winning. I'm having to fish to try to win. That's a good indicator that it's not going to be winning. But my opponent started helping towards the end here, but king e4 apparently just wins on the spot. So yeah, if my opponent had more time, it definitely could have gotten away from me, but you can see how quickly the sands shift. And too little too late when my opponent started playing hurry up. That'll do it for this one. Hopefully we got a little something out of the opening.